Hello and welcome to another great community cooking. This week on the show, it's a seasonal thing. And what's the season coming up? But Christmas, that's right. We have a Christmas dish, but I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you we have a guest. And I'm going to tell you it's good for you. And I'm going to tell you it involves liquor. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting everything we need for each and every show, all the produce and products we need for the show, and you, the viewers, for tuning in. So Community Cooking will be back with a Christmas special in just... Hello and welcome back to Community Cooking. My guest tonight, Kim Morrison. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Kim's been on our show before, and you mentioned about Christmas cake this year.
Yeah,
and I said, wouldn't that make a great show?
Yep, it's time to start getting in the Christmas baking spirit.
That's
and
right.
What other way to better start it off than the Christmas cake that has to sit for sometimes a couple months to get
That's
that
right.
real
Well, you
liquor
get that-
taste.
Oh, that rum.
Right?
Rum. Oh.
There you go.
And so this is a generational recipe, correct? Comes from Mom.
It comes from Mom, but I really don't know where Mom got it.
Well, that's
so
okay.
Maybe she got it from her mom.
We'll
but
say generational.
We can.
Why not?
She'll like that.
We can claim whatever we want because, hey, it's my show.
It is.
Okay, so what are we going to do first?
Well, first of all, we're going to prep all our fruit and get that and leave it sit overnight in some rum.
Okay. So why don't we talk about what the ingredients go in first in this segment. We'll talk about what you need
Alrighty.
to get started. Okay, so Christmas cake. Now this makes 5
5-pound
pounds.
cake.
One 5-pound
Well,
cake?
we're going to
or
split it up and make it
two and
into
a half?
two loaf pan sized cakes.
All
So,
right.
but roughly it's about 5 pounds.
Okay.
Pretty heavy.
Okay, so we have lemon peel and orange peel and glazed mixed fruit. So
And
it's,
some seedless raisins.
oh yes,
Yep.
seedless raisins. Yeah, okay.
Right off the top.
Okay. And then we have glazed cherries.
Cherries
And maraschino
and
cherries.
some slivered almonds.
Slivered almonds. Oh yes, got
Right
those.
there. Yep, we got them all.
Now, I wonder if you could like get that under your fingernail. It's so slivered. So, never mind. Okay.
Okay, that's Dara.
We need flour for
Dredging.
which dredging?
I'm not sure about dredging.
Okay, so if that's part of our recipe is dredging.
Dredging.
And we're not dredging Lawrence's Creek. Okay. Then flour for mixing, which is, I guess,
Yes.
the batter.
But yeah, for the...
And then we need baking soda and numerous spices. Tell us the spices.
We've got some cinnamon, allspice, mace, nutmeg, and then your butter,
We have butter,
brown sugar,
eggs,
and
and
the
fruit
fruit juice.
or cherry juice. Now, that's why I actually bought extra maraschino cherries because you said it could be cherry juice. So
Yep, we
I
can
figure
use
we
cherry
just drain
juice.
that off and then we can eat the cherries.
Well, you can go right ahead.
Okay. And then brandy or rum.
3 tablespoons, Mama says, but
That's three generous
Generous.
tablespoons. That'd be like 1,
yeah,
2.
there
okay.
you go.
So now to get started, this is kind of like 2 parts. So like right now it's like day
Day
one.
one.
That's right. That's right.
Day one.
Okay, because that's what we're doing here is because you have to prepare everything beforehand, correct?
yeah.
So you're gonna need we're gonna need
a
knives and
process
cutting
to doing
boards
this.
and all that stuff.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
well, I'll get the cutting boards.
okay, first off, we're going to do is we're going to get the old seedless raisins rinsed.
Okay.
So what they say, Mama says, is 2 cups of seedless
Okay,
raisins.
alrighty.
And we're going to give them a little wash.
So 2 cups.
Dump them all in there. You far cry from 2 cups.
Ooh, close though. Not quite. Okay.
Nope.
I have more.
Good thing.
I have more. We have seedless raisins out the wazoo here, which really you wouldn't want. But hey, okay,
It's your show.
it is. So a mixture of seedless raisins.
Okay, yep.
Okay,
2 cups. Good. Okay,
that's good.
yep.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to rinse these over with some water and strain them through.
So that's an easier way than soaking them and then pulling them out.
Yeah,
eh?
because you're not to soak them, you're just to rinse them.
Oh, okay, does raisins get some dust sometimes? I guess
I
from
guess
sitting
so.
in the bags. And
Not a big raisin person, so I don't know.
they're just grapes drying, really, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
so
just
what we'll do
grapes
is we'll
that went-
just re-rinse.
Are not melting as such, but drying. I'll shut up and take a rinse. Oh, you're
Oh, just
re-rinsing?
re-rinse.
Ooh. It's a double rinse.
Double rinse. Make sure they're good and rinsed. And
Very
then we
cool.
need some paper towel because we have to dry them.
And we have some paper towel picked up from Safeway this morning. Hoorah.
So that should be good, I guess.
Okay, so we'll fold out the paper towel. I always used to use lots of paper towel.
So there we go.
Okay. And dry well.
Dry all these little
That
fellas.
means really good.
Maybe
I'll get
dump
rid of
that
that.
for me,
You
thank
betcha.
you.
You betcha. Get rid of the
Spread these out. and
water.
Dry them up. Oh,
Leanne's,
dishes.
Leanne's moving dishes.
So there you go. I guess we'll
Okay. Those look good. We can let them sit for a minute
Yep.
now anyways, right?
Yep.
We can get like a little fan, blow on them, try them out.
Okay, there you
Or
go.
not. Okay.
No.
Okay, here,
Okay,
let's
so-
move them because this is our work area.
Okay.
I'll move them just over to here.
Alrighty. What's happening here? Do we need...
I need the board.
Okay.
Not that I'm bored, but we just need the board.
Not over there.
Okay. So, next.
So next we're going to do is cut each cherry in half, and then we mix the fruit and nuts together, pour over the rum, mix well, and let it sit overnight.
Okay, so now I guess it's the maraschino. No, I guess, which ones do we cut?
Well,
Because we have two types of cherries here.
I don't think it really matters.
Confused. We got to cut them all, I guess, right?
Well, we'll just cut cherries.
Okay. Well, here's our pack. Now, how many cherries? What size of cherries am I going with here?
It doesn't matter, I don't think.
On the backside, though? Not the maraschinos, but
Oh,
the glazed cherries.
how many we need? We need 4
Right.
ounces
That-
of
that's
glazed
about that, then.
cherries.
225 is. Oh, it's about 6 ounces. So not quite all of this.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We can.
We can be generous.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little more fruit than we want. So what we'll do is I'll just move this over here. Can I give you that?
You betcha.
So we're not in Leanne's way.
That's right. Because.
And then we'll just take these and cut these in half.
Okay, I'm gonna get the other cutting board, so I can cut some too.
Yeah, this is a little bit of
Two-person
a
job.
process.
Okay, now should I cut these ones too?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll have glazed and
And
maraschino.
I'll
Yeah,
put the
8
juice.
ounces of maraschino cherries. So,
Okay.
but yeah, because we need the juice for later on.
Okay, and this is 8 ounces, by the way.
I believe it.
Thousands wouldn't, but Kim does. That's good. I'm glad somebody does. Okay. So
then
now
we'll
we're
just
cutting our
mix these
cherries in
up.
half.
That's why it's day one.
Well, yeah, because there's lots of prep work with this. And really, now, I used to hate Christmas cake. Got to be honest with you. It's one of those things that you got and you kind of went, And as I got older, I have learned to love it.
Yeah, I'm not fond of it.
And that's why I wanted to do it this year. Because when you mentioned it, I thought, yes. Because that was one recipe that my mom really didn't do a lot of it. She did it once or twice, and then we kind of went, eh.
Well, it's it's expensive to make them.
Oh, yes, it's
you
not.
know, and it is a time.
You could probably
consuming-
buy it
Probably.
really close to. But you know what? You got to keep that
Homemade.
that home cook thing
Yep.
happening. And it's really important in today's world that you do a little something that is different and not bought all the time. Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's one thing I noticed. This is total observation on my point. You know, like you don't have enough time on your hands now. But the baking section has shrunk.
You think?
Oh yeah, like I remember when Safeway's baking section was almost a full row, like with everything. And it has shrunk down. Not saying they don't have a good selection, it's just that I don't think people bake as much as they
probably.
did.
It's easier to buy. Nobody has time anymore. They're running
Well,
hockey and
everybody's got
everybody's
jobs
got
and-
sports and
I think the kids have more activities than ever.
Yeah.
And then plus they got to do tons more schoolwork than we ever had to do. Mm-hmm. I think school was a lot more fun when we were there.
oh, absolutely.
I had Sarah on the show and we were talking about how much work they have to do in grade 12 and all that stuff. God, I mean, I don't remember doing a whole heck of a lot of work in grade 12. And I still managed to pass and graduate.
Not a class.
What?
Beer is not a class.
Hey. That would insinuate that I might have been drinking underage, which didn't happen. Now, come on. There we go.
Yeah, these little cherries are sticky.
Oh, aren't they? But that's a lot of fun to cut this, isn't it? Yeah, sure, girl.
Okay, oops.
Okay. Okay, and
Okay.
we're going
then-
to keep, we got tons to cut here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break for a minute, and then we come back. This will be done cutting, and then we'll get on to our next section.
The next
So community
phase.
cooking will be back in. Hello, and we're back, still in day one.
Day one.
Okay, because it's important to remember this is a 2-day thing. It's not a 1-day cooking.
Nope.
We'll try to change different clothes. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. Well, you might. I have a bad habit or not, but it's okay. So now we have to mix all of our fruit and stuff together.
Right.
So flip over.
over.
Now we need lemon and orange peel, and that's what I have here.
Yeah. 3
And
ounces.
3 ounces of each,
but
and there we go.
We'll just.
That
yes.
is. Yeah,
That is?
It is.
Here,
It is.
I'll wipe that out.
It's
scrape that
really close if it's not.
out. Okay. It'll be good.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
And then we need 8 ounces of glazed fruit mix. And also, well, actually, it should be 12 ounces, I guess. Now, we already did our cherries. They're in there, right?
Cherries are in there.
So if we have 8 ounces, this is a little bit more than 8 ounces, but we need a little bit of that. So this should be just fine.
Yeah, we'll just dump all
Okay.
that in. The more fruit, the better.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to have
We
to
might
get
need a
into
bigger
that one,
bowl.
too. But that's it. Sorry.
No, I dumped
Getting
it.
kind of crazy here. And the slivered almonds. We need how much slivered almonds? 5 ounces.
You know, we
Oh,
always-
those smell good. Smell that. Mm-hmm. Okay, 5 ounces.
Oh.
Now, I guess you measure, I guess it wouldn't be weight, eh? It'd be size. I don't know. How would you measure that? Is it weight or size?
It's 5 ounces. Wait, I guess.
Well, that's 5 ounces.
Well,
Feels like it.
we could throw more in if we wanted to. I'll eat them.
Oh, I like almonds.
Yeah, I think we need more almonds.
More almonds?
Yeah, just a little sprinkle more.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We should have a bigger bowl.
Well, you know what? That's the biggest clear bowl we got. Oh, because we still have to put the raisins in here.
Yes, we do.
What are you talking about then? We need a bigger bowl. Well,
Okay,
let's see what we can
got.
find here.
Ah, perfect.
Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to put it in this bowl
See,
because
this is
it's
our
bigger.
fruit. Because we have to add
Our raisins
2 cups of raisins.
Which were cleaned and dried.
Dry. Do you want to pat them dry a little bit?
Sure.
More? Make sure they're quite dry.
Spank the raisins. No, sorry.
No. It's just crazy Christmas time.
Okay. Now we have 2 types of raisins here. We have your that little girl who sells raisins, whatever her name is there, the Sunshine Maid, or you know the one I mean.
Sun-made.
That's the one. Little
Or
girl
is it
hawks off the
Sun-Maid?
Sun-Maid, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got some sultanas too, which are good as well.
Okay, so what we do after we mix all the fruit and nuts together,
Then the liquor.
and the nuts. There we go, all our raisins.
Okay.
Nice dried raisins. Smell it. Smells good.
Oh, doesn't it ever? Oh man.
Smells like when I was a
So
child.
then
and
we
she
have
was
to cover
making
this
them.
with wax paper.
Yep, and let
they
it
say.
sit overnight.
Okay, so I need 3 tablespoons of the rum. Generous tablespoons.
Okay, you go for it.
Okay, so
Because you like Christmas cake.
1 and
Daryl's measuring.
2, and I can even hear Chris laughing from up here. And 3. There we go.
There, we mix
That's
that
our
up.
3 tablespoons.
Oh,
Now we used the white rum because that's what we figured was used in this original recipe.
that's what my mom drinks, so
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what she
I didn't want to
uses.
say that. I just we use it because we don't want to insinuate that Kim's mom
drinker.
drinks a lot because she doesn't. Okay, where'd you ever get that idea? Stop it now.
Alrighty then.
'Kay.
So we got this all nice and mixed up.
'Kay.
Now let's make sure we're doing everything according to plan
Cut
here.
cherries, pineapple.
Sit
It's all
overnight.
fruit. Pour brandy. Mix well. Sit
We got
overnight.
her.
Okay, so. Well, does that ever smell good?
Isn't it though? Yeah.
Oh, it almost, I guess, a little fermentation overnight, eh? So that's
It
kind of good in the.
Soaks all the fruit soaks up the rum, eh? So right into those.
And some people actually add a little rum once it's baked, don't they? And they set it in the.
I think I remember Mom doing something more with rum. Sure as we read on, we'll find out.
Okay.
There,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Okay, so there we have it. This is the end of day 1, and when we come back, it'll be day 2, and we'll be putting our cake together and baking it. Now the baking takes a while too, so it'll look
It might be day 3.
right. So we're gonna put it all together, but for you at home, this will only be a half an hour or so. We don't matter to stretch it over days. So when we come back, it'll be day 2,
2.
and Community Cooking will have more cake for you. Hello and welcome back to Community Cooking. We did that magic of television. Now it's day 2. So
Here we
our
go.
fruit has sat overnight with the
has.
rum.
Yep, and the slivered almonds and
All of
the-
that nice, lovely stuff, and it smells so great. But you can tell why cake is heavy. You can break the kiln tower with that.
Oh yeah, you can really smell it.
Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is, it says next day, which is where we're at. 'Cause
Day
it's
2.
Day 2.
Day 2.
We need to mix our eggs, our sugar, butter, add juice, and mix well into a creamy consistency. So you're gonna do that in this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so eggs. How many eggs?
We need, flip side,
4 eggs.
4 eggs.
Okay, so unless you like to crack
Go
the eggs.
ahead. I'll just stir this up a little bit more.
Okay,
And
so 1 egg. We'll do the one-handed eggs.
oh, no eggshells in there.
No?
I'm impressed.
Hey, we try. And 1 more. This one I'll blow it on. Because I had to crack it twice. Nope,
Oh, there you go.
we're good. Okay, so there's our 4 eggs.
Okay, we need to.
And butter, right?
We need 2/3 of a cup of butter.
Okay, so I'll get a knife and cut it. Okay,
Okay.
so 2/3, that's 1 cup, so 2/3 about there. Approximate. Because you can really never go wrong with butter.
No,
Butter's good.
it's good. Okay.
Like butter, and that means our oven has been preheated to our slow heat of 300 degrees. Because it's a
Slow cook.
That's right. Okay, there's your butter. Okay,
Oh, we should have melted that.
is it still hard?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we left it out overnight.
I
eh?
know.
Must have been cool up here.
Must have been.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna have to mash that.
Okay,
Here,
I-
let's take it out and put it in another bowl and try and,
And zap it?
Here.
Okay, we can do that.
yeah, because it's still too hard. We're not gonna be able to mix it very well.
Okay, I'll just give that a quick zap.
Okay.
Okay,
While he's doing that, we're going to
power.
sugar. We need, how much sugar do we need?
Wow. look
Brown
at that.
sugar, we need 2/3 of a cup. What's happening?
Oh, I don't know. Power? It ended. I got it, Shay. It ended. I don't know what it's going now.
Okay, we'll add the 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar to
Okay.
the eggs.
All right.
And the maraschino cherry
How much
juice.
was there? Because I poured it all off. How much do we need? Juice.
3
Juice.
tablespoons.
That's all?
That's what it says.
All right. Okay, so
Generous.
generous. 1, 2.5, and 3.
There you go.
Gotta have the little extra in there. The sweetness of it all. Okay, how is this looking? Oh, that's done. Methinks that's plenty good to mix in.
Okay, pour that in there. Ooh.
Okay. Can you get that last bit?
There
Okay.
we go.
Okay, so that's. So we have our eggs, our sugar, our butter, add juice, mix well till a creamy consistency. So that's your job, is to mix
see.
it well to a creamy consistency.
With no lumps.
Right. Now I have to add spices to flour. So this is the flour I'm adding the spices
2/3
to.
of a cup of flour, wasn't
Well,
it?
1/3 and 1/3.
Or
We'll split
1/3,
the two.
right.
So this one I'm adding the, so spices. Cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Do we have a whisk up here?
Yes, we do.
Can I have it, please?
Whisk away.
Thank you. A lot easier to do.
Now you
this.
like, I offered you power tools, but you said nope.
Nope.
Do it by hand. Okay. So 1 teaspoon.
Unless
of,
you get a Martha Stewart
Oh, okay.
big mixer.
I've got one of those
I have
somewhere.
one. No, the big one.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Do you?
The sit down in the bowl and on
Yeah.
the side and 250 degrees and away it goes and horsepower and all that stuff and turbo boost.
One
and-
of those.
Yeah. Okay, so allspice. We need 1 teaspoon of allspice too. So that's this one here. I love the smell of allspice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and look at that. We can level that. You see that? Here's where we get a shot. Look at Daryl's leveling. Look at level teaspoon for a change. Ooh. Okay, and then
Some mace.
mace. 1/4 teaspoon. I have 1/2 teaspoon. Somewhere in here, I have a little 1/4 teaspoon.
Now you should have Martha Stewart
Why should I have Martha Stewart?
because she's awesome.
She's awesome.
She's my
Okay.
hero.
That's your hero. Have you been watching your series?
No, because it's on in the daytime. Oh, I watch The Apprentice.
No, The Apprentice.
Yes.
One. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's well?
Yeah, it's very good.
Good, okay.
But she has a live show now. Her show in the daytime is now live. She has
Oh.
a studio audience.
Oh, she's back.
Oh yeah.
Right, oh, right,
Oh yeah,
that's
with a
true.
vengeance.
So, jail didn't do her too badly?
Oh.
Yeah.
Better her than.
Then someone else. Okay, so, and then 1/4 teaspoon of the nutmeg. Okay, now do I put the baking soda in this part too? Because I don't see baking soda anywhere
I would
else
think
listed.
so.
Okay, so
Mom missed that part.
so the baking soda, 1/4
Quarter
teaspoon
teaspoon.
of that one too. Baking soda. Okay, now I need a fork. Right? So I am now mixing all our spices in our 1/3 cup. Okay, so that's add spices to flour for mixing. That's for mixing, and mix with creamy mixture.
This is the creamy mixture,
Okay.
so pour that in here.
Okay, so I
then
just
I'll-
want to make sure I put all the yep. Okay. Okay, so
So I'll give that to you to pour in, because now what I'm going to do with the other 1/3 of a cup of flour, we add it to our fruit.
and this is called dredging.
No, when you add the flour to the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is called dredging, right?
Dredging, yeah.
And Leanne, our camera person, Nod Leanne, okay, told us that's what
Told us what dredging was.
because we thought it was, you know, something involving the creek and big machines and all that. So
I didn't. I just didn't know.
yeah. Oh, look at the smell of that.
It smells very nice.
Man, I love this. This is going to be so neat. Now, we actually have a slight problem today, so we're going to see how that's going to work out. We have 2 pans. This is a regular style pan, and this is a little smaller style pan, but that's only 2 pans we have. So if somebody wants to send me more of these pans, I'd be more than accepting. But we're going to do that into this one first and then this one, and just see how it works.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We're like the real cooking show. Not that fancy stuff where they have everything. This is like your normal kitchen when sometimes you don't have stuff.
You don't have everything.
Exactly. And I haven't had Ruth on this year yet to tell me what I'm missing.
Well, maybe that's your next guest.
I need to get Ruthie on.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that looks pretty good.
Creamed?
Pretty creamy.
Okay. All right. So,
So, next.
over. Okay. So add spices to mix with creamy, add flour for dredging, and then mix all together. So we're going to go to the silver
Yeah,
pan.
I
Is that
think we
what our
should do
thought
that.
was?
It's a little bigger.
Okay. So,
So I'll just pour all this fruit.
yeah. Mix all together. Ooh. Pans and- Okay, line. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, we got a line. With,
Duh. Okay. So you ready for this? I need a spatula though,
I've seen one. There.
just to make sure I get it all out. Okay, so
Okay,
I'll
you might as
start.
well start pouring and I'll mix.
Okay. What teamwork, eh?
We are.
Hoo-ah. Okay, I'll get the spatula to get the rest out.
Okay.
Now this is where, as a kid, I'd be in there
With your fingers.
with my fingers and, can I lick the ball? Then you get beaten because you take most of it.
You didn't share with your sister and brother.
See, I always thought I was an only child when it came to the to getting the baking stuff. Sister, brother, what are you talking about?
Who are they?
That's right. But we get along now as adults. We didn't get along so well as kids.
Never do.
But as adults, we get along pretty good.
Okay, so this is working out quite fine.
That looks nice. Everything's going well. And this is our first attempt, right?
Yes, I've never made this before.
We have never made Christmas cake before. We just took the recipe, handed down by generation to generation. Or that's our story.
We
We're
think.
sticking to it. And this is what we're doing. We're making Christmas cake for the first time. And I think it looks good so far. So, hey, all right. So let me wipe this off here and move a couple of things. And then no, we don't butter the pans, right? We put that.
We put the brown paper down.
Okay. Now, what I got was, I went in and asked what paper, and they didn't have the brown paper, but they said this is parchment paper. This is the
This should
baking
work.
paper. So we need to, I guess more is better than less, right? You can always cut it off afterwards. Okay, so this how you
Yeah.
do it?
I'm thinking that's how she
And
does
then-
it,
then
then we'll
we-
trim it off after.
Okay.
So,
Now this provides more even baking, correct? Without the grease.
without burning the bottom.
Right. Okay.
And I guess we'll just fill it half or
Yeah, I'm
split
not
it out.
sure.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Like this is a pretty big pan on its own, so this might
So it
almost
might
be
work out
This
okay.
might be a 4-pound cake right here. You You know, as opposed to the
To the
5
5 pound.
Exactly. Or an even 2.5. Because you see those at the store, and I mean, they only sell them in little ones. Eh? So that we're going to have our own. I'm so looking forward to this. I love Christmas cake. Does it rise? I don't think it rises because it
Doesn't
doesn't
rise
have
too much.
No.
It doesn't have any baking
soda
powder.
powder.
In it.
There's no baking powder or yeast, so I don't think it can rise a lot. I think it just sort of
Okay,
bakes
we'll leave
together.
that, and then we'll fill the other one, and then we'll just add to it. No.
I'd put some more in this
Okay,
one.
dokie.
I would
Seeing
put
as how
more in
probably
this
doesn't
one.
rise very much.
That's right, because the other one is a lot smaller. So I would put, you know, like the 2/3 into this, and the 1/3 into the other.
Okie dokie.
Oh, we need to put a pan with water in the
Yes.
oven too, though, so we
Yeah.
can't forget to do that. Okay, well let's.
One more scoop. And
Okay, we'll pat that down, and I'll get some parchment paper for the other pan.
Okay, and then we'll have to trim.
this. Okay, so we'll take that, and we'll get this. Go quite as nuts with this one. Because this is actually a deeper pan.
Yeah. So.
You need a better spoon.
We're almost done.
Okay. Would have been nice at the beginning, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay, I hear you.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of reach in front of you.
There you
here.
go. That's better. And then Leanne can get a good shot of
Good
us
action
loading
shot
it up.
of the mix.
That's right. Action.
There, I think that's enough for that one.
Okay.
Put the remainder
Okay.
in here.
And I have scissors somewhere in this whole place. Someone brought me scissors. Okay, you pat that one and I'll trim this one.
Smells very nice, though.
It does.
You can hardly smell. Just smell the fruit.
Yes, the rum's
The
not
rum's
too
not too
overpowering.
overpowering. Oh, that looks very nice.
Yeah.
My mother will be proud. I'll get a pan and
Some
put
water.
some water.
Okay. Now, this is a first-time adventure, but I really am glad that we were able to do this because this is one of those traditions that if you don't keep it up, will die away. You know, like I was saying the other day, I thought that, you know, the baking section seemed to be smaller, not with less stuff, but just smaller, because I don't think people bake as much.
Maybe not.
You know,
they don't
like-
have time.
Like I know that my sister would always say, geez, you know, after my mom passed away, it's like, where will the Christmas baking come from?
Oh, yeah.
Which is true, you know? So we
See,
got.
I like baking. I bake all the time.
Okay, so this needs to go at the back of the oven, they
Yeah.
said. So we'll open up our oven. Put that at the very back, the water.
And then we'll slide one in and each side of them.
Okay. And it says 2-hour minimum, but don't laugh. I heard Leanne laughing because I can't say minimum very well. So 2 hours to start with, and then
we'll check it.
So
Q-tip.
Q-tip.
Toothpick, check
Toothpick,
it
okay.
after 2 hours. And
Okay, so we'll put our timer on 2 hours here.
there we go.
There we go. So
At 300.
at 300, yeah,
Yeah.
we already set that. So this was day
Day
two
two.
of the cake, and this is the first part of day 2. And when we come back, our cake will be done, and we can take a look at it. And then you have to actually let the cake sit.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you what we did. We're going to go over the recipe one more time, and then on a future show, we'll eat the Christmas cake.
There you go.
And let you know how it turned out.
Yeah.
So community cooking back in. And we're back. Day 2 later.
That's right.
That's
We
right.
are.
So our cakes went in the oven for approximately 3 hours.
Yeah.
And do they ever look good?
Don't they look very-
Look at that. Look at that. Folks, this is the first time at Christmas cake, and I think they look
They look
marvelous.
really good, I think.
So what we need to do is we have to flip these
Flip
out,
them out.
right, to
Yeah.
cool down.
To let
So-
them cool down. So we'll flip them out.
Oh, and look at that. Look.
They
Oh,
look great.
They look wonderful. You know, in the store, you probably pay $50. And what we did is we spent $50 to make them. But the point is, they're homemade.
Homemade.
That's right, and they're going to taste so good.
They will.
Okay, what do we need to do with these now? Because you're not ready to eat yet.
Nope. What you got to do now is we'll just wrap them in tin foil overnight.
Okay.
And let them cool really well. And then tomorrow we'll throw them into
A a tin,
Yeah.
a round tin, or something with a lid,
Yeah,
right?
something, a
lid.
tin, and leave them sit for about a week or so.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll pour about an ounce of rum.
Over top the
Over
cake.
top
so
of the
we
cake.
peel open the tin foil.
Yep.
Pour it on.
Pour it in,
Tin
seal
foil
them back up, put them in the tins, and
Okay.
leave them for about, excuse me, another week or so.
Okay.
And in 6 weeks, they'll be good to go.
Ooh, how many times do we put the rum on?
Couple, 3 times, I
Couple,
think.
3 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it about that way.
All right, so what we should do is we'll tell you quickly our ingredients. We did this once, so I'll go really fast here because, hey, seedless raisins, 2 cups. Lemon and orange peels, 3 ounces of each. Glazed mixed fruit, 8 ounces. Now, glazed pineapple we didn't have, so we improvised more glazed mixed fruit.
Right.
But
But
if you can get the glazed pineapple.
it's probably better. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
what Mom uses.
So we have the glazed cherries and the maraschino cherries, slivered almonds. Now, for flour, we mix it in 2 1/3 cups.
Right. You will
Because-
use 1/3 of it, and you mix it in the fruit,
Okay.
like sort of
For dredging.
for dredging,
Yeah.
and then you use the other part of it for
And you put the
spices in.
Right. Then we have baking soda, cinnamon, allspice, mace, nutmeg, then the butter to make the creamy stuff, and brown sugar, and the eggs. Fruit juice or cherry juice. We use the fruit juice from our
maraschino
maraschino
cherries,
juice.
yeah.
And then brandy or rum, 3 teaspoons.
Yeah, we use rum.
It's pretty simple to make. The night before, you wash the raisins, dry them on a towel, cut cherries in half, everything else you cut up, mixed fruit. Then what do you put into that?
You mix all your fruit and nuts together, and you pour your brandy
Okay.
and mix it all, and let that sit overnight. You have to leave your fruit sit overnight
And with wax paper.
with
on
wax
it.
paper over top of it.
So that's the next day, and that's where we're at now.
Day 2.
Next day, so we mix our eggs, our sugar, our butter, add juice of the maraschino cherries, and mix well into a creamy consistency. Now, you just did that by hand.
I just
so-
whisked it. You could
Okay.
use electric mixer if you wanted.
Then we add spices to the flour, the 1/3 cup,
Right.
all those spices. And then we add that to the creamy mixture.
Yeah, and then the fruit that we had mixed the flour with, we add that in there as well.
Okay.
So everything's all
Mix it all
combined.
together. Then, of course, we line our pans with our parchment
Yeah,
paper.
and the parchment paper makes for easier or more even baking.
Yes, and you can see
and
that.
you can see it's
And
looks
then
good.
we put it in the oven in these pans with some water in there, 300 degrees, 2 hours plus. We went to 3 hours.
But you put a pan of water in this
Yeah,
oven.
right,
Yeah,
at the back.
yeah.
Okay. And then there you have it. So we've done Christmas cake, generational Christmas cake, down generations. Came to this land on the, no, okay.
Okay.
Whatever. Came from Kim's mom. That's all I know. And Kim was here to help us do it. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. It was great fun.
It was a lot of fun. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Safeway, for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every show. Of course, our other sponsors and you, the viewers, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you're seeing it early enough to get it ready for Christmas. And if you see it later in the year, Christmas cake's good anytime. That's Community Cooking. Good night. And in 6 weeks, we'll be having a taste of this. I really like the way
It
that
looks really good. I'm impressed.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Hoo-ah.
Uh,